So it's almost midnight, but I got nowhere to be tomorrow, so I want to talk about my weird hobbies. First up, let's talk about my longest standing hobby, Lego. I've loved Lego for as long as I can remember. I think, I could be wrong on this, but I think that this was my first Lego thing ever, and I still have it because it actually works really well as a storage container. I have other Lego pieces in here. But like, I don't get Lego sets nearly as much as I used to. But still like them. I mainly play with them though. I have my own intricate Lego storyline that spans over 600 years. Well, with other dimensions that I have it in, it spans thousands of years technically. Honestly, if anybody really wants me to, I will make a Lego storyline video just because. I remember really getting into Lego around late 2021, early 2022 though. Around the same time I got into Harry Potter. You could probably guess what I asked for Christmas. And so let's move into my next hobby, video games. I've loved playing video games a lot as well for a long time, just like with Lego. But my video game obsession really peaked in 2023. And I don't really want to get into it, but it was also during a time where my mental health wasn't the greatest. But throughout the year of 2023, I bought the most video games I've ever bought and most video game related stuff I've ever bought too. Because I could probably name everything though. Because I got Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart 7, Miitopia, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Twilight Princess for the Wii, Skyward Sword for the Wii, gotta think. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I also got a case from my Nintendo Switch that was just for the Switch and charger. I got a GameCube style Switch controller. I got an NES top loader, and the original Super Mario Brothers with it too. And finally, the game Undertale. Most of those games I listed I have not completed too. Haven't completed Skyward Sword, haven't completed Hyrule Warriors, haven't completed Twilight Princess, haven't completed either of the Mario Galaxy games, and I never completed Undertale up until a few weeks ago. And Undertale was actually the last video game I have ever purchased, because I got it on my Nintendo Switch all the way back in December of 2023. And then since then, the only thing I've done the only thing I've purchased video game related is renewing my Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Now I'm actually kind of sick of a lot of video games besides Minecraft. I still love Minecraft. I have actually been playing Minecraft for sure now, 10 years. I remember I started playing it in either 2014 or 2015, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was actually 2015, so it's been 10 years now. All I know is that I was in the first grade, and that was from 2014 to 2015. So let's talk about another obsession of mine. Hobby, whatever. Vintage photography. I really got into vintage photography after I found my grandpa's old cameras. All of his camera equipment is sitting on that bottom shelf. Very few of it I have actually gotten myself. Really, this Polaroid camera sitting here is the only thing that I got myself that wasn't his. Like, there's some crazy stuff here. Like, movie camera the size of a brick, and here is a camera that's over 100 years old, and here's his main camera bag. Vintage photography is really great, and I recommend anybody who wants to get into it, hop on it. It's great. It takes incredible pictures too, but only if you use brand new camera film. I went to Massachusetts in June of 2024, and I brought only a manual film camera with me. I didn't even bring my phone. I enjoyed the trip much more because of that. But I used film that I got from a family friend, unused film, and I brought film that I had purchased less than a year prior, brand new at Walmart. Here's an example of what the old camera film looked like. I don't know how old the camera film was specifically, but decades old. and the photos like were kind of discolored. They looked like they were underexposed even though they weren't. The grainier. They also have a greener tint to it. But the photos taken on the camera film bought less than a year prior look even better than my phone camera. And my phone's an iPhone 14. By the way, camera film can actually take better pictures scientifically than your phone. It is tricky though, taking pictures with film though, because you have to know what you're doing, especially with a manual film camera, which is what I use. And if you want to get into film photography, I will also let you know, it's probably cheaper to develop your own film, coming from someone who's never developed his own film. Seriously, the photos from Massachusetts were 5 film rolls, $95. And they were through Walgreens, which Walgreens is typically cheaper. Yeah, cheaper. But developing your own film, sure, it'd be time consuming and difficult, but you'd probably save money, to be honest. I've looked at some of the prices for the supplies. I'm pretty sure you'd save money. And even, you'd probably save time, too. Because, like, it took forever for those camera rolls to develop. And my next obsession was with VCRs, CRT TVs, stuff like that. Quick with it, because I don't have much to say. They're kind of boring. And getting to what's been my personal favorite for the past year. Vinyl. Vinyl records. I love me vinyl records. If you haven't noticed by now, I like old stuff. Although I'm starting to get sick of vinyl records because record shopping is just getting tedious and expensive. It's like most of the record stores I go to now, they're new records. And they are way too overpriced. And it's like, if I'm gonna go shopping for a new record, I might as well just order it off Amazon to get it at a better price anyways. Or Target or Walmart. Because, like, it's just, I don't go to record stores for new records. I go to search for the used records, which at these record stores, they do have a used selection, typically. But it's, like, off in the distance and below the shelves, unorganized, and it's like, really? Man. And my personal favorite record store, they have a little bit of new stuff, but it's just small enough new stuff that, like, you don't even, like, it's just there. Small selection of new stuff, maybe like 10 new records, I think, maybe 20. While their used stuff is the main part. And plus, it's a much smaller record store. The record store is about the size of my bedroom. So they have a much smaller selection, which I prefer, because I get a little overwhelmed at a much bigger selection. But, like, I kind of had a wake-up call a few weeks ago, where I was like, you know, the record shopping's just getting expensive and tedious, and why would I spend so much money on something that is just gonna sit on my shelf, pretty much? Because I was considering getting the Undertale vinyl and the Deltarune vinyl, and then I realized if I got all 3 of those, I'm spending $153 for it to just sit on my shelf. Like, I spent $70 for this to sit on my shelf. The Interstellar vinyl, and it was a pain in the ass to get, Amazon. I should have gotten a huge discount with how much of a pain in the ass it was to get this. And I do mainly shop at, like, thrift stores and small mom-and-pop style record stores and antique stores. No, I'll probably take a break from record collecting because it's just different now that I'm wanting different type of records, different type of music, different types of artists. Yeah.